when I got to around 13 years old. My mom had decided that I need more of a, not an experienced coach, but more of a guy's coach, that's been around with guy players and knows the guy's game a little bit better. And there was one guy whose name is Adriano, who was family to me. He's like my uncle now, but it was a good time in my life as well because he really showed me what it takes to be a pro. And I was always like a young talent, and I was very good, and thought, oh, what is it to be pro? Like I'm just talented. Oh, not that I didn't work hard, but he showed me like another level of hard work. I mean, he was making me come out at like 11 p.m. hitting serves like past midnight, show up the next day 6 in the morning, having to sleep over at his place, running like outside in the parking lot, running beep tests, this and that. Like he made me do 5 beep tests in a week. I don't know if you guys know what beep tests are, but it's like the most brutal drill. It takes like 20 minutes, but you're just sprinting the whole time. And I remember the last one was my worst result. No wonder. And he was so pissed off with me because he's like, this is gonna be your best one. And I was like dead tired. And I just like couldn't get to the line. And he was so pissed that day. It was so funny looking back, not at the time. And I remember one time I was just so tired and it was so late and I couldn't do it. I was just having an off day. And I like literally started to cry. I'm like I'm so tired. I can't do this. Like, can we please go home? And he's like, okay, fine. Like, we can go home. But then you're gonna have to live with knowing that you couldn't complete this. So he's like, he's making me make the decision. I'm like a kid as well, and I'm competitive, I'm like, I really wanna go home. But at the same time, he's like, if you want to be a champion, you got to hit these serves. Roger and Rafa, they would hit these serves. They wouldn't go home. They would stay here all night until they hit them. So surely enough, I mean, I stayed an hour, whatever it was, and finished the drill. He really showed me how to work, and he was really good at taking the feedback from my mom as well. And she was still like fairly close, like keeping an eye and kind of guiding him as well on my game and how to play it. They had a great vision for my game. And I think the one reason why my mom is such a good coach is because from when I was 10 years old or even earlier, she was planning for my game to be ready at 18 years old. It wasn't like, we're gonna prep you for this tournament, for this nationals, and you're gonna play your best. It was like, no, like everything you do leading up to 18, it's all to like develop you for that time so that when you get to the pros, you can play well. And I remember I was young and I would play super aggressively. I would like coming in naturally. And when you're 10 years old, 11 years old, everyone just throws a lob over your head. So it'd be brutal for me. I mean, I'd get lobbed constantly and I would walk off the court crying, saying like, I don't want to come to the net, like I'm just getting lobbed. And she told me a really wise thing. She said, listen, when you get older, you're gonna grow up and you're gonna be that much more comfortable than every other player at the net and coming in. And that's why I think like when I did explode onto the scene and I was coming in a lot and I was super comfortable, I mean, I take it back to that day, and I truly believed her, and everything that we did was to develop for the future. And I think very, very few have that mentality or even the capability of thinking that far ahead, So I think it's very special, and that's why I think, there's a big reason why her and obviously Adriano as well are big reasons why I'm here today.